Hello, welcome to Golf as It Should Be. We are so glad that you've decided to look into using our travel service for your upcoming trip overseas. The package that you are looking into is for the home of golf, Scotland. This trip to Scotland should be one that you and your group will never ever forget. The package includes 14 days total, two of which will be travel time to and from your destination, 8 rounds of golf at some of the best courses that Scotland has to offer, as well as some of the most highly rated tourist attractions to keep you busy on those much needed days off. As we proceed forward, you will see much more information that has been put together for you and your group, including many of the popular restaurants and social places for after those great days on the links. Now let's talk about travel plans. The trip will be starting on September 1st. Your group will be flying out of Windsor International Airport located in Windsor, Ontario. The flight details will be as follows. Your airline will be Air Canada. This flight will be a multi-stop flight including stops in Chicago and Dublin for you and your group before arriving in Edinburgh, Scotland. In Edinburgh, you will need to go through the customs process, which will take some time, but in the end should be pretty painless. Moving on to transportation. Once you and your group make it through customs in Edinburgh, you will go through baggage claim where you will find your private driver from Press Transportation to take you into St. Andrews. Press Transportation will be your main source of transportation throughout the trip when taking longer rides on the journey. These private motor coaches can fit up to 12 individuals comfortably with luggage in the back and lower compartments of the coach. There should be plenty of room for the entire group. For destinations in St. Andrews, the group will be walking most places, including St. Andrews Links courses, but there are options for rental cars if that is preferred. Now that we have discussed transportation, let's move on to accommodations. The Old Course Hotel. For this great trip to the home of golf, the entire group will be staying at the famous Old Course Hotel. The Old Course Hotel is one of the best hotels in all of Scotland. This is a luxury accommodation with many amenities to be offered to the entire group. The Old Course Hotel is located right of the famous road hole, or the 17th hole of the Old Course. This is a short walking distance to all the St. Andrews Links courses when the group will be playing in these facilities. Tied into the Old Course Hotel are two of the more famous pubs in St. Andrews, one of which is located on the 4th floor of the hotel. This pub includes incredible views of the entire property, as well as high-class service for those much-needed beverages after a great day on the links. Also located within the means of the Old Course Hotel is the famous pub called the Jigger Inn. The Jigger Inn is located right alongside the road hole, just beside the hotel. This is a great spot for groups to go, enjoy the patio after a great day on the links, to watch other groups attempt their fate at one of the hardest holes in all of golf. Many of the groups enjoy placing side bets while watching groups play the hole while enjoying some of the Jigger's own ales and other beverages. The group will be staying at the Old Course Hotel for the duration of the trip, including 13 total nights. Now let's talk a little bit about food. The meals that have been lined out for the group are in no particular order, but more of a reference list for great spots the group can try out while on this trip. Some of the best spots in St. Andrews include Cromar's, which is Scotland's #1 spot for fish and chips, the Dunvegan Hotel for that old course post-round meal, the Golf Inn to enjoy a laid-back atmosphere, Dr. Noodles for a quick lunch and a great value, and Oink, which is located in Edinburgh for the day trip to the big city. There are many great spots located in the areas provided, so enjoy the great food and atmosphere while out there on this trip. Now let's talk about time off. We have provided some of the best tourist attractions for the group to enjoy on those much needed days off from demanding links golf. One of the most popular and enjoyed attractions is the Eden Mill Distillery Tour and gin tasting. This is a great time for the group to visit one of the best distilleries in St. Andrews. One of the days the group will also take a day trip to visit the great city of Edinburgh, from where the group can visit the Edinburgh Castle, which is a great way to learn a good amount about Scottish culture and history. This can take up to 3 hours, and for the rest of the day, there are plenty other things to do, from walking and bus tours of the city. Also, the groups can check out some of the great pubs that are offered by the city, as well as some art museums that are offered. Another great attraction includes a short tour of Loch Ness to go and try to locate the infamous Loch Ness Monster. The group is also lined up to do a tour of the Isle of Arran. This takes you on some of the best tours of different parts of Scotland. There are many different options to choose from on this tour, and this is up to the group's discretion on what they would like to partake in. Now that we have talked about and discussed pretty much everything that doesn't have to do with golf, let's get down to what you guys are going to Scotland for in the first place. The golf courses that we have lined up for you all to play include the Old Course at St. Andrews, Kingsbarns, Carnoustie, the New Course at St. Andrews, Castle Course at St. Andrews, Glen Eagles, Crail, and finally the Jubilee at St. Andrews. All of these facilities that were mentioned are regarded as some of the best links golf that money can buy. Your group is going to have a phenomenal time hitting it around these link style courses and playing in the Scottish wind. Finally, with all that information that was provided in this video, I hope that you and your group have a great idea of what a trip to the home of golf we have in store for you all. A few things I'm sure you are asking are, how can we go about securing this great trip? Well, here's all our contact information that will be helpful in getting the process started. One of our team members will walk you through the process of getting the trip of a lifetime set up. Don't worry, that will be the most difficult part of the entire planning process, as we take care of the arrangements for you. As far as our role in communication with you, the client, we will be in contact if there is any major adjustments that need to be made in terms of courses, dates, and things of that nature. We'll be following up once a week to make sure the group is ready for the trip, as well as to see if there are any additional questions to be answered. Once we have all the details lined up, we will send the confirmed itinerary over to make sure it looks like what was wanted. We look forward to hearing from your group, and we'll make sure that you have a trip of a lifetime that will never be forgotten. Thank you for choosing golf as it should be.